Well, this quest has certainly been a doozy. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and over the last week or so, we have been completing the quest, The Lie, which of course is going to grant us the legendary Destiny 1 Year 1 Iron Banner shotgun, Felwinters Lie. And of course, this quest has been kind of odd, since it's already gone through several revisions since its initial release. Of course, we had the issue with the community event tied to the Seraph Towers early on in the quest that had to see a change, resulting in that part of the quest being completed earlier this week. But then, of course, after that, we ran into some technical trouble that prevented people from completing the quest itself. Well, several hotfixes later, on May 21st, 2020, we're finally getting the hotfix that is allowing us to fully complete this quest and grab our shotgun. And now that we can finally actually complete this quest, we're putting up a full guide on how exactly you can get it done and get your hands on the legendary Felwinters Lie. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first things first, of course, for the few of you out there who maybe haven't even gotten started on this quest yet, you pick it up from Anna Bray. So once you've gone to Mars and spoken with the crypto linguist, she'll give you the quest, and the first step, of course, was to complete the Warmind evaluation community step. Now, this step was kind of like a community event. It required us as a community to complete a specific number of Seraph Tower events. It was 3 million completions for the Seraph Tower public event in the EDZ, 3 million for the Seraph Tower public event on the Moon, and 3 million for the one on Io, for a total of 9 million Seraph Tower completions. Now, thankfully, this part of the quest is already done. We finished those 9 million Seraph Tower completions earlier this week. So when you accept this quest, you'll be moved right along to step number 2. After that, you'll need to visit Earth for the Vostok Visited quest and scan 3 objects. This quest will simply load you into the Vostok PvP map. It's going to be very much like the quest to get the Devil's Ruin. You'll need to head around the map and find 3 objects that you'll be able to scan, which is going to tell you a bit of a short story about Rasputin and what he was doing with the Iron Lords. The 3 objects themselves are very easy to find. They'll even show up on your map when you're getting close to one, but we'll show you exactly where you can find all 3 right here. First up, when you load into the map, step forward and the first marker should appear on the screen. In order to get to it, just go left and then right up the stairs and it'll be right around the corner. For the second scannable object, you're going to want to head to where control point B would usually be. This will be near the outside edge of the map, close to the tower. In the area between the central cave and where control point B would normally be. If you head outside, go over to the left and hang against the wall that would lead you over to where control point C is, you'll find the next scannable object up against the wall. Go ahead and pick it up and we're ready to move on to the last one. The final scannable is going to be located over in the hangar where you can find control point C. Just head inside and you'll see the objective marker pop up in the upper rafters. Jump up there, give the scan, and you'll be done with this part of the quest. And once you've got all 3, you'll move on to the shotgun telemetry step. This part is simple, but could take you a long time or a short period of time depending on how you want to get it done. Essentially, you need to get 1,000 shotgun kills in PvE or about 166 shotgun kills in PvP. And from here on out, the way you complete this is really up to you. If you're a PvP guy, you can probably hop into the Crucible and have this done before too long. But if you want the actual fastest method of getting it done, well, we head to the places we always go whenever we need to farm out kills in a quick fashion. Shirochi is probably going to be the #1 spot. You can, of course, load up the Last Wish raid, make your way over to the Wish Wall, put in the code for Shirochi, and jump straight there. Doing that, I was able to get the shotgun kills I needed within like 20 to 30 minutes. But of course, there are plenty of other places to farm shotgun kills as well. The Whisper of the Worm mission's green room is another good spot. You could just go run Seraph Towers and get plenty of enemies and get this done in no time. You can go anywhere you want, but you're going to need to farm up 1,000 shotgun kills if you're doing this in PvE. And I would just say, yeah, Shirochi's probably the fastest way to get that done. Although the other side mission for the bad juju, if you've got it, is definitely a good option as well. Anyways, once you've gotten your 1,000 shotgun kills, it's time to make a trip to the Moon. Load up the Moon and head over to the Seraph Bunker in the Archer's Line. This is the step that everybody was getting stuck on before the hotfix. Essentially, when you went into the bunker to start the mission, it would basically just load the parameters for the mission, but just respawn you back at Eris Morn, and you couldn't really do anything. Now that that's fixed, you can finally complete the objective of investigating one of Rasputin's closest held secrets. This is going to take you on a pretty wild quest from a lore standpoint. But upon its completion, you will receive the legendary Destiny 1 Iron Banner shotgun, Felwinters Lie. And oh boy, Bungie made us wait and work for this one. 9 million Seraph Tower public events, 2 hotfixes, and 1 repaired Seraph bunker door later. But now you've gotten it, and we're ready to rock and roll. So of course then follows the question, is it worth it? Is this gun everything we remembered it to be? Well, I guess in kind of a way. Let's take a look. Felwinters Lie is basically going to be an aggressive frame shotgun, much like the Last Man Standing or the Mindbender's Ambition. Although Felwinters in particular has its own specific intrinsic trait, shot package, aggressive frame shotgun modified to have more uniform pellet spread. You D1 vets will remember this as being the perk that you could get on Felwinters back in Destiny 1. That made your shotgun pellet spread way more consistent. Your spread was way tighter with shot package. It was actually so powerful of a perk, they wound up removing it from the perk pool moving forward in that game. But it's made its return here as a unique intrinsic perk on Felwinters Lie. And as far as I can tell, it basically does exactly what you'd think. It makes that pellet spread way more consistent, almost perfectly hexagonal. As usual, I went over to the Tribute Hall and tested out a few different shotguns, and of course with stuff like Last Man Standing or the Dust Rock Blues or many of the other shotguns out there, the further you get away from your target, in this case the wall, the wider your spread gets and kind of the more random your pellet spread gets. That's not really going to be much of an issue here on Felwinters Lie. There's definitely still some randomization with where your shot goes, but I did notice it's far more consistent and far more tight at range than some of these other shotguns wind up being. Now don't get me wrong, your pellets are still going to spread out as you get further away from your target, but they are more consistently going to maintain that hexagonal shape rather than, spreading to every corner of the earth. But moving on, the Felwinters is also rocking full choke for the Titan barrel, which reduces projectile spread when aiming down sights at the cost of precision damage. This gives you a boost to range. It's also got accurized rounds for increased range, and then your choice between slide shot, where sliding partially reloads the weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts range and stability, or quick draw, where you can draw the weapon much faster. And finally, we've got the choice of opening shot, which gives you improved accuracy and range on the opening shot of the attack, or Vorpal weapon, which is a newer perk, increased damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active. This is a lot of options for a pretty darn good PvP weapon. And honestly, your perfect choice here is really going to come down to your own personal preference. I found the best performance with a mix of quick draw and opening shot. Slide shot, of course, is a great perk, especially on weapons like shotguns. But I didn't really notice too much benefits to running both slide shot and opening shot. It seemed more beneficial to run one or the other, and I found the best, most consistent performance running quick draw and opening shot. Opening shot is just a fantastic perk for weapons like shotguns. It is a free, big, significant range boost that you can activate whenever, whereas slide shot, of course, is way situational. As far as mods go, I would probably recommend something like maybe Icarus if you're one of those jumpy boys out there in Crucible, or definitely Targeting Adjuster for the additional aim assist. In the Crucible, I found the sweet spot for this weapon with this combination of perks is really around the 8-meter range, which is pretty darn good. I was consistently able to compete and put people down in one shot within that 7 to 8 meter range. Which means this gun is more than a candidate for competing with stuff like the Mindbender's Ambition and even the Astral Horizon Trials of Osiris shotgun. Now, I did see some one-shot kills as far out as 9 meters. That was the absolute limit that I was able to see, but that was not consistent at all. When it seems like when you get to 9 meters, the randomization of shotgun shots starts to kick in a little bit, and sometimes you might get a one-shot kill there. Oftentimes you won't. So 7 to 8 meters was where I generally found the most consistent performance. And consistency is going to be the name of the game with Felwinters. Because of shot package making that pellet spread a bit more uniform at longer distances, you're going to notice some really consistent performance out of this. Whereas, with something like Mindbenders, maybe sometimes you'll be getting those consistent 8-meter kills. And then every so often, shotgun RNG just decides you can't even get a one-shot kill at 6 meters. That's where I feel Felwinter's strength is really going to be. It's just a really consistent 7 to 8 meter one-shot kill option. It feels pretty darn good in PvP right now. And if I were to rank it, I would say this is meant to be kind of that alternative option out there for Guardians who maybe don't play Trials of Osiris. If you play Trials, you've got Astral Horizons, and a perfectly rolled Astral Horizon is a monster in Crucible. But if you don't play Trials, Felwinters Lie is going to be an easy-to-get alternative option that can consistently secure one-shot kills at that 7 to 8 meter range, and every now and again surprise you with a 9 meter cross-map kill. It's good, and I would definitely recommend everyone out there get their hands on it, especially considering how easy the quest is. Ultimately, the Felwinters Lie and the Astral Horizon are going to serve as kind of the best-in-class options for shotguns right now. One you'll be able to use alongside the Summoner. The other you'll be able to use alongside Suros Regime, so it's great to have both if you can get them both. But if you're somebody, again, who doesn't play Trials of Osiris, Felwinters Lie is going to be your Astral Horizon. So make sure you get out there, complete the quest, and pick it up. But alright Guardians, that is it for this video. That's how you can complete the quest, the Lie, and get the Felwinters Lie legendary Destiny 1 Iron Banner shotgun. What are your thoughts on this returning legend? If you had a chance to play around with it, be sure to let me know how you feel down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video or if it helped you get it, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But I'm out for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.